Welcome back, everybody, to the next episode of the Doomslayer saga, a series of videos where the Doomslayer goes through multiple fictional universes, anime, comics, video games, it does not matter. And for today, the Doomslayer is going into the world of Bleach. And what might be interesting here, that this is going to be a question for the comment section that they could do. If the Doomslayer's blade were to be a Zanpakuto, what would you call it? What would its ability be? And even crazier, if the Doomslayer were to have a Bankai, what would it be? But that's unrelated, because what I want to talk about now is just placing the Doomslayer in Bleach as he is. And with that, a couple Bleach characters, at least the top tiers and or those with the annoying or ridiculous abilities, might be a bit difficult for him to work around, but I could definitely see him still dealing with them. Like with Aizen's hypnosis, I could never say the actual name of it to save my life. I stutter over it all the time. Or Yuha with the Almighty. Those two are going to be very interesting to see how the likes of Doomslayer handles them. Because, sure, the Doomslayer is obviously a much more overall powerful entity. But it would be very intriguing to see how he would work his way around, or if he even could work his way around complete hypnosis, or the ability to alter the future. Or you got characters like Gremmy, you've got Ichibei, the absolute match of pure bloodlust that would be Kenpachi versus the Doomslayer. Or probably the most interesting thing in terms of raw power would be if the Doomslayer had to fight against the full Soul King. If that happened, that I would love to see that match. Even with how grand of a scale the fight would be, that would be interesting to see. As would any of the matches that I mentioned, plus who knows how many that I haven't. The thing with this universe is, even if you don't stack up to someone physically, your abilities can more than make up for a power difference that your opponent has. And sure, the Doomslayer has a massive power difference because look at the things he deals with. But when it comes to the ridiculous abilities and just overpowered hacks and abilities that the Bleach universe possess, I think they could at the very least, at the absolute minimum, entertain the Doomslayer, and with a couple of them, might even stump him for a bit, and maybe even would survive an encounter with him purely off of the ridiculousness of said abilities. And out of all the characters I mentioned, the one character I would want to have an interaction with the Doomslayer the most would honestly be Kenpachi. Not because he's the strongest, or because he has ridiculous abilities, but because it would just be a straight up intimidation match. These two are bloodthirsty. They live for the battle. And both of them want the smoke with anyone who steps up to them. So, even if you know who's going to win because of just the stat comparison, just seeing both of their never give up, relentless fighting styles and attitudes would just be entertaining to watch.